What if the car you overlooked last year just became the one you can't ignore? The 2026 Honda HR-V has quietly evolved, smarter looks, smoother drive, and a new attitude that might surprise you. Once seen as Honda's safe, predictable small SUV, this new version wants to prove it's more than just a practical commuter. It wants to feel alive on the road. With upgraded tech, bolder styling, and a refreshed driving dynamic, the HR-V is stepping up in a big way. But can it really stand out in the toughest compact SUV market? Let's find out if Honda finally got the formula right this time. With upgraded tech, bolder styling, and a refreshed driving dynamic, the HR-V is stepping up in a big way. But can it really stand out in the toughest compact SUV market? Let's find out if Honda finally got the formula right this time. The HR-V has always been Honda's gateway SUV, small, efficient, and reliable. But the 2026 model? It's aiming higher. Built on a refined platform and borrowing inspiration from the sleek Civic and CR-V design language, this HR-V looks noticeably sharper and more athletic. Honda says it's built for real drivers and real journeys, and this time, that might actually be true. On the outside, you'll notice cleaner lines, a more confident stance, and that signature LED lighting that gives it a premium edge. Inside, it's an entirely different story: soft touch materials, an intuitive infotainment layout, and improved visibility make the cabin feel open and modern. What makes this launch so significant is Honda's clear shift toward balancing practicality with personality. The HR-V isn't just for families or first-time buyers anymore, it's designed for people who want something stylish yet efficient, something that fits their active lifestyle. And as competition heats up with models like the Mazda CX-30 and Toyota Corolla Cross, Honda's challenge is to make the HR-V feel distinct. So, what happens when you put this refreshed compact SUV to the test? That's where things start to get interesting. On the road, the 2026 HR-V immediately feels more refined than its predecessor. The steering is tighter, the suspension more composed, and the cabin quieter, even at highway speeds. Power comes from a retuned 2.0-liter engine paired with a CVT that finally feels tuned for real-world responsiveness. It's not built for racing, but for daily driving, it feels smooth and confident. The interior deserves its own spotlight. The seats are supportive, visibility is wide, and the new 9-inch touchscreen runs Honda's latest interface with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You'll also find improved driver assist features, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and a more intuitive parking camera system. But it's not all perfect. Rear legroom remains slightly tight for taller passengers, and while the HR-V looks sporty, performance still leans toward comfort rather than thrill. Yet, that balance might be exactly what buyers want. Up next, we take it into the real-world driving test, and that's where the HR-V either proves its progress, or falls back into familiar territory. Here's where it gets exciting. Take the 2026 HR-V onto a winding backroad, and suddenly, its character starts to reveal itself. The steering feels direct, the body stays composed in corners, and there's a surprising sense of confidence for a compact SUV at this price point. The retuned suspension absorbs bumps gracefully without feeling disconnected. It's not about raw power, it's about balance, and the HR-V finally seems to understand that. Honda has also paid attention to the small details that shape everyday comfort. The cabin insulation keeps outside noise minimal, and the climate control system adjusts intelligently with sunlight sensors. Even the paddle shifters, while subtle, add just enough engagement for drivers who like a bit of control. The moment that seals it, though, is on the highway. The HR-V tracks straight, feels planted, and doesn't demand constant corrections, something earlier generations struggled with. The confidence it gives you behind the wheel is what transforms this SUV from a mere commuter to a capable companion. Of course, it's not without surprises. During test loops, fuel economy numbers exceeded expectations, edging out some rivals by a small but meaningful margin. The question now is, does that make it one of the best values in its class? Or does it still have room to grow? Let's wrap it up. So, after a week with the 2026 Honda HR-V, what's the verdict? This is the most mature, well-rounded version of the HR-V yet, a compact SUV that finally feels confident in its own skin. Pros. The design looks more premium than ever, the cabin feels thoughtfully built, and the drive quality has stepped up noticeably. It's quiet, composed, and surprisingly efficient for its size. The tech integration is smoother, and the safety suite continues to be one of the best in its segment. Cons. Power delivery could be livelier, and those seeking a thrill behind the wheel might still look toward the Mazda CX-30 or a turbocharged option elsewhere. Rear seat space remains average, though cargo room is still generous. Ultimately, the HR-V is perfect for drivers who value comfort, design, and everyday practicality over raw performance. It's a confident, dependable, and stylish commuter that fits seamlessly into modern life, whether you're navigating city streets or planning weekend getaways. In the current US market, where compact SUVs dominate driveways, Honda's approach feels refreshingly balanced, not too bold, not too basic, but just right for most real drivers. So, what do you think? Did Honda finally give the HR-V its own identity? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button if you enjoyed the review, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-world car insights.